What does education mean to you?
To me, education means opportunity, the chance to learn about new things, to try new things, to go in new directions that you never expected.
Education means finding something you're passionate about and having an opportunity to polish your skills and enjoy doing it for the rest of your life.
The process by which we figure out who we can and should be.
Education is a universal right, where inclusivity and equity take center stage. ProEd was born of the belief that high-quality educational expertise can transform a society for the better. We believe that education is for everyone, not only for the privileged. With these noble objectives, ProEd is dedicated to offering a range of exceptional products that cater to the diverse needs of our clients and meaningful nonprofit initiatives for the community. Our comprehensive services include curriculum development, teacher training and professional development, and educational operations. We offer innovative products such as SCOS, which is a student-centered observation scheme that maximizes classroom performance with an integrated competency framework for teaching. Additionally, we provide EduFlex, an intelligent AI-supported platform designed to optimize school operations and enhance every aspect of the institution. In 2023 and 2024, ProEd CSR activities offer frequent free-of-charge opportunities for all people to access the latest and most practical educational expertise to promote education equity and a culture of learning in society. The EduVerse PD platform, a freely accessible source of valuable professional development resources for educators worldwide, including EduVerse webinars, newsletters, podcasts, and the EduVerse Facebook group. We've built a global community of over 6,000 educators and followers from more than 200 nations, with growing interest and engagement every day. With the aim of expanding professional development opportunities, the first ELT camp in 2023 achieved a milestone by offering free opportunities for educators in Vietnam's Mekong Delta. We attracted an impressive turnout of over 300 participants with overwhelmingly positive feedback. Not only that, the ELT Camp 2024 returned last November in Ho Chi Minh City with the theme Future Ready Learners, bringing together teachers from across southern Vietnam to connect, share challenges, and shape future-ready students. Our global partnership with over 40 leading educational organizations, well known for their status as global leaders in the field, have greatly contributed to our success. Our first-year journey so far was reaching new heights at the Asia Education Awards ceremony in Bangkok, Thailand, at the end of 2023. ProEd was honored to receive 2 prestigious awards, including Excellence in Educational Consultancy and Innovation in Education for SCOS, a notable product. ProEd Education Solutions, your partner in shaping the future of education.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, even everybody. So, hello again. Welcome to EduVerse's 16th webinar, Fostering Global Citizenship in Today's Classrooms. I am Gülbin Özdemir, your host, and I'm thrilled to have you all here today. Before we dive into our main topic, let me introduce our esteemed presenter, Ms. Nurlana Imanova from Azerbaijan. Nurlana is an officially certified IELTS expert teacher trainer at the British Council, an international examiner for Pearson, and a senior lecturer at a local university. With nearly 15 years of teaching experience, she trains educators in IELTS and general English and digital technology integration, supporting both teachers and learners through practical, modern, and impactful language learning approaches. Now, a word about EduVerse, the driving force behind today's webinar. Powered by Education Solutions, EduVerse PD Network is a platform for global educators to share and get shared all about education. EduVerse is committed to providing educators with invaluable learning opportunities and resources. From monthly newsletters on cutting-edge educational trends to live webinars every 2 months, we're dedicated to your professional growth at free of charge. Now, are you ready to help students see themselves as an active and responsible members of a global community? In this inspiring and practical session with Nurlana Imanova, we'll focus on how to foster global citizenship in today's classrooms through meaningful and action-oriented learning. After the webinar, please take a moment to complete a short survey to help us serve you better. After that, you will receive an email with instructions to download your certificates within 1 day. Without further ado, let's immerse ourselves in this enlightening webinar. Feel free to ask questions and observe all you can from this session. Thank you, and Nurlana, it's over to you.
Thank you, Gilbin. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I'm really glad that you are all here, not just as teachers, but as educators shaping how learners see the world. Now, let me share my presentation. Gilbin, can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. So now let's begin with a quick question. When do you hear global citizenship? What comes to your mind? I would like to read your responses in the chat. Culture, language, values, or global problems. I would like to see your responses. Let responses come. Yeah. Well, when you hear global citizenship, what comes to your mind first? First. Uh-huh. Let me see the responses. Okay. This building, responsible global citizen, value. Okay. Diverse culture. Uh-huh. So cultures and traditions. Integration. Uh-huh. Again, traditions, equity, diversity, inclusion. Yeah. Thank you for your answers. Notice how different your answers already are. That is actually global citizenship in action. Now, I have had a privilege of working with teachers, with educators across different countries, cultures, and classrooms. What connects all of us, all of this work is one question. How do we prepare learners, not just to pass exams, but to live responsibly in a shared world? And today, my goal Today, my goal is not to give you more to teach, but to help you see what you're already teaching through a global citizenship lens. By the end of this session, you'll understand uh, global, like, oh, sorry, I think that, what is, so sorry.
It's okay. Sometimes technical issues happen.
Yeah, technical issues
No
happen.
worries. No
Okay.
worries.
Yeah,
We see your screen right now. Don't worry.
yeah, okay. So, yeah, technology, it happens when we work with
Yeah,
technology.
sometimes it's
Yeah.
valid for everyone, so
Mhm. So, okay. By the end, I think that you can see my screen. Yeah.
yep.
By the end of this session, participants will understand global citizenship in practical classroom terms and explore strategies applicable across cultures and subjects. Take away ready-to-use classroom ideas. As I mentioned before, my goal is not here to give you more to teach. Here, I want to help you to see what you are already teaching through global citizenship lens. So, next. Mhm. What is global citizenship? The global citizenship learners in wider world, respecting cultural and social diversity, thinking critically about global and local issues, acting responsibly in everyday life. So you see here, we'll look at global citizenship really means in practical classroom terms. And all this respecting cultural and social diversity, or how to act responsible in our everyday life, and everything in here, everything includes global citizenship. It is not only about the subject; it's also a mindset. Global citizenship is a mindset. As I mentioned before, it's not a separate unit. It's not a particular subject. Just here, we discuss topics and we see how students interact with others and we see how learners reflect. It is a mindset. It is not a particular subject. And here we see that on the next slide, we see that why it matters today, why it matters in today's modern world. Uh, Especially in our classrooms, we see that there are different opinions. We hear different views from our students, from our learners. Students live in a world shaped by global communication, cultural diversity, digital information, and shared global challenge. So, and uh, here you see which of these, which I want to ask you one question. Which of these is most challenging for your students today? Rank them from most to least difficult. Global communication, cultural diversity, digital information, shared global challenge. Which of these is most challenging for your students today? I would like you to rank from most to least difficult. Okay, I would like to see the chat in the answers in the chat. Uh-huh. So, answer. There are also challenges for teachers as well. Global communication, cultural diversity. Okay. So global communication, digital information, global challenge, maybe dealing with cultural diversity. Okay. So global again communication. You see, notice we are discussing skills, not opinions. That is how we keep global citizenship constructive in class. In class. That is why it matters today. There are some key skills which are developed. Communication and collaboration, empathy and perspective taking, critical thinking and media awareness, responsible participation. So, which of these do your students struggle with most? Maybe communication and collaboration, maybe empathy and perspective taking, maybe responsible participation. I'd like to know which of these do your students struggle with most? I'd like to see your answers in the chat. Mhm. Responsible participation. Okay, interesting answer. Yeah, that's it. That is the one of the challenge that our students struggle with. Okay, critical thinking, responsible participation. Again, responsible participation, critical thinking and media awareness. Communication with view to social media. Okay. Critical thinking. Okay. So again, critical thinking, empathy. Empathy. Okay. So empathy. Media awareness. Yeah, exactly. As you notice that many of the answers are responsible participation and critical thinking. Yeah. And media awareness. I also saw such type of these responses several times. So that struggle is exactly where learning begins, not perfection. Not perfection. So the global citizenship in the classroom and inclusive and respectful environment, multiple viewpoints and welcomed, curiosity encouraged, teacher acts as facilitator. So here the teacher is not the answer giver, the teacher is the facilitator of thinking. And in the classroom, inclusive and respectful environment should be created. And here we see multiple viewpoints and which should be welcomed, shouldn't be criticized, and curiosity should be encouraged, and the teacher should play um, should act as a facilitator, not only answer giver. This is the environment, good environment for global citizenship. Teaching approaches. As we speak about the teaching, about the classroom, let me show you a simple activity that works across age and subjects. Students explore how one global issue. Here we see different approaches: project-based learning, real-world problems, discussion and reflection, and collaborative tasks. So these approaches already exist. I don't say that they are innovative. So these approaches already exist in good teaching. They are just meaning their impact. So through these teaching approaches, we can create very good we can create global citizenship in our classrooms. So and classroom activity. There are, in order to implement these in order to implement the points which are mentioned we need some activities in our classrooms. So one of these activity is called One Issue, Many Voices. So you could apply this activity in your classrooms. What is the aim of this activity? The aim is to help learners understand how one global issue can be experienced and viewed differently across contexts while developing empathy, critical thinking, and communication skills. There are 4 steps that you should follow. The first step is to choose one global issue about water, education, environment, poverty, technology, wars, immigration, different issues that you can choose. In the second step, you should explore different perspectives. Students should work in groups, and each student should represent a different context. When they when they begin to work in groups, they will discuss the similarities and differences. After discussing similarities and differences, they will reflect on learning. Students reflect individually or in pairs. Why? Why is it important for students? Because when they begin to reflect, when they begin to discuss similarities and compare the differences, they will understand that they will see what surprised them most and how their thinking change and why it is important to hear many voices. After that, they will be able to be more tolerant or to show their empathy. They can teach them to show empathy. And this activity shows educators, that global citizenship is not an extra topic. It's a way of thinking, discussing, and learning. It's not a particular subject. It's not a specific unit. Just it is a way of thinking. It's a mindset. So when students hear different voices, when they share their opinions, different views, so it will help them to be more tolerant and to show more empathy, and it will encourage to create inclusivity in the classrooms. So this is one of the activities that you can apply in your classroom. In the next slide, global citizenship in language classroom. As it is related to language and culture, because at the beginning of our webinar, I asked you that when you hear the global citizenship, what comes to your mind first? And I saw some responses, and they were about they were language, culture, mainly culture-related responses. So as it is related to language, and language and culture are interconnected, so language plays a great role in global citizenship classrooms. Language learning naturally supports global citizenship. So, meaningful communication, cultural awareness, empathy through stories and dialogue. You know that we students in our classroom read the stories. They listen to different dialects from different sources, from foreign channels, and they read foreign stories during the language classes, and so it also fosters their cultural awareness, which is very important. So as all of this are happening, so language learning naturally supports global citizenship. There is also another simple activity which is related to media comparison. What is the aim of this activity? The aim of this activity is to help learners develop critical thinking, media awareness, and respectful dialogue by comparing how the same global issue is presented in different sources. Critical thinking, saw critical thinking, this answer at the beginning of our webinar. Yeah, critical thinking plays a great role in order to foster global citizenship. And media awareness and respectful dialogue without criticizing each other, without by comparing how the same global issue is presented in different sources. First step, there are 3 steps that should be applied while doing this activity. In the first step, you should choose one issue and 2 sources. For example, 2 news websites from different countries, but the same news, just 2 news websites from 2 news websites from different countries. In the second step, you should compare the coverage. Students should work in pairs or small groups, and then we should guide with questions. What is emphasized? What details are missing? Whose voices are included or excluded? Even we also experience it in our daily life. We read the same news, but when we read this news from different websites, we see different approaches, different views, and even biased approach. So when students notice the missing details, and they will notice that whose voices are included or excluded, they will understand, and it will help them foster their media awareness. In the third step, they should encourage questioning, not judging. Whole class discussion led by, of course, this class will be led by educators, and but there shouldn't be any judgment. They should just question. They should question the issue without any judgment. So, and reflection part could be optional, but it would be better if there are reflection part. You include reflection part, because students reflect briefly. If students reflect briefly in writing or in while during the discussion, they will. It will encourage them how to question, not judge. It will affect them positively. It will affect their approach. Maybe even change their approach, change their attitude. So that is why this activity will help learners develop their critical thinking. Critical thinking plays a great role in fostering global citizenship. Why this supports global citizenship? Notice what students practice here. Media literacy, respectful dialogue, or critical questioning. Here, I want to know that what students practice: media literacy, or respectful dialogue, or critical question. You know that these are life skills, but not just language skills. So media literacy and respectful dialogue, critical questioning, they are not language skills, they are life skills, which are integral parts in fostering global citizenship. And we here connect language skills to real-world issues, because if they apply their language skills to real-world issues, they could understand it better, and they could be more informed, and they will approach from different perspectives, not from one perspective. Next. Okay, common challenge. Common challenge. Let's be honest. This is not always easy. Yeah. Limited time. There are some challenges that we experience. Our learners experience in the classrooms. So, as I told you, it's not always easy. So, one of the common challenges is limited time. So another challenge is sensitive topics. Especially, we should be very careful and we should guide them in a right path. We shouldn't say that this is right or wrong. We shouldn't say like that. We shouldn't judge. Just we should guide them. We should guide our learners. And fear of disagreement. When we learners discuss any topic or any issue, some learners fear. Why? Because they think that if I voice my opinion, maybe my group mate, maybe my classmate will disagree with me. Sometimes they hide their voice. They don't want to voice their opinion because of fear of disagreement. This is one of the challenges in fostering this environment in the classrooms and diverse opinions in class. Yeah. So when we deliver our lessons, when we deliver some task to our students to discuss any issue or any topic, we hear diverse opinions in class. Sometimes even we see that it can lead to some unfavorable situations because of disagreement in the classroom among the learners. So that is what this is also one of the common challenges. So, and you don't need to solve global problems. Just here we are helping students think about them responsibly. So how to solve this challenge? How to solve these difficulties? How to handle challenge? So, the key is to focus on skills, not opinions. Set clear discussion rules and use age-appropriate materials and encourage respectful dialogue. Yes, here, if we focus on skills, not opinions, then in that case we can handle one of our challenges. And if we set rules, clear rules, how to discuss, in what way, in a respectful way. So we should set these rules beforehand so that there wouldn't be any challenge while discussing an issue among learners. And age-appropriate materials. Yeah. Why it is important to handle the challenge? Because if there are some topics that are not suitable for specific age, in that case, they cannot approach from different perspectives. So it is very significant to use age-appropriate materials and encourage respectful dialogue. This is one of the best ways to handle challenge, respectful dialogue. Of course, as I told you, teachers do not need to solve global problems. Teachers are helping students think about them responsibly in a shared world. From learning to action. So, global citizenship becomes powerful when understanding turns into action, even small action. So, posters, maybe some awareness campaigns, or some mini projects. So, it could be meaningful. because when understanding it turns into action, no matter this is small action or big action. So in that case, global citizenship becomes more powerful. So turning classroom understanding into real world impact. Here they can do some projects. We can give them some projects that they can work uh, on them, and what this looks like in practice. So many research projects on global issues, for example, about the water problems or immigration. It's a there are different global issues, and they can work or they can research projects on these global issues, and through posters or through podcasts or even short presentations could be meaningful problem solution tasks connected to lessons. So these actions would be very meaningful because it's not only about learning. We should turn them into action, especially if we turn understanding into real world impact, because it could create a meaningful and engaging environment. When we apply real world scenarios in our classrooms, so we can encourage them more, and we can attract their attention more. I mean that our learners' attention more. So there are some examples. For example, recycling or sustainability campaigns. These days, pollution is one of the serious problems. So that is why recycling could be more interesting. Charity drives lead to global causes, yeah, or school partnership with local organizations. It's also possible, meaningful. Why? Because create uh, better and respectful environment, which is uh, uh, which can help foster global citizenship through these ways. Sometimes I'm sure that you apply these actions, you apply these activities, but we are not aware of that. All of this include global citizenship. And responsible digital behavior and everyday ethical choices. As we are living into technology world, so we should teach our learners how to be responsible, and they should know responsible digital behavior. There are some focus areas: respectful online communication, verifying information before sharing, and understanding digital footprints. And footprints. So then everyday ethical choices. It is also one integral part of this global fostering global citizenship. Classroom connections. Here we mean fairness, inclusion, and respect, challenging stereotypes, and standing up for others. If they know how to deal with stereotypes, and if they support each other, if they respect uh, each other's viewpoint, then of course, all of this create meaningful and respectful environment. So everyday ethical choices are an integral part of this environment. And now my question. So let's What is one small change you can make in your classroom to support global citizenship? I want to see your answers. What is one small change you can make in your classroom to support global citizenship? Okay. Seminars related to violence against women and children. Super, Maria, super. Yes, it's very good. Yeah, and it's very good initiative, Maria. Super, really. Wow. And then incorporating diverse perspective into existing curriculum. Okay, do some projects. Yeah, you see, you already do these actions. You already implement these activities, but it means that we already know how to foster global citizenship. Just and as you say that it's not a particular topic and implementing virtual exchange utilized around it is super. Yes, virtual exchange of course will help them to uh, to be aware of different cultures, uh, foreign cultures, and it so another answer is our students already prepared projects about environment. Yes, it is one of the global issues in why these days it is very actual problem. Integrate awareness in other cultures and beliefs in every subject. Yeah, here you see we don't. It's not only about language, so we can integrate this global citizenship into every subject and introduce one of the 17 global goals each month, brainstorming small actions students can take locally to contribute to the global community. John, John, it is very super. It's very great. It is great initiative. Yeah, you see, through these ways, you already foster global citizenship in your schools or classrooms. Thank you. I see that you already apply these activities. Okay, so thank you for your answers. Really, I see that there are very great initiatives and actions that you take, and key takeaways. Global citizenship is practiced daily, and every subject contributes. Small steps matter, and teachers shape how learners see the world. They are the key takeaways in fostering global citizenship. So, mhm, because it's and if learners practice global citizenship daily, uh, believe me that there will be more respectful classrooms, respectful environment. So, and if we do it not only in cultural subject or in the subjects related to culture or subjects, and we can do it in every subject, and every subject can contribute. So maybe we think that with these small steps, we can't uh, uh, reach our goals, but every small step matters. So, and thank you for your time, your responses, and the work you do every day. And global citizenship helps learners engage with the world thoughtfully, respectfully, and responsibly. Thank you for your time. And now, if you have any questions, you can write. You can type your questions in the chat box. And yeah, you are
Nurlana,
welcome to. Yeah.
we have a question, and the audience is so energetic, and they're just interactive, and they just they share their responses, and they just say thank you so much. And
Thank
yeah,
you for your.
yeah.
What's the
Yeah, yeah,
question?
yeah. And
Are
we
there
can
any?
just enjoy it a lot. So we have a question here.
Uh-huh.
Ciara, I think I mispronounced your name. I'm sorry if I do that. On
Yeah.
slide 15, which covers how to handle challenge, it mentions set
Uh-huh.
clear discussion rules. What if the rules being implemented are not applicable to every student because they have different nationalities? There's a possibility they might feel shy or won't be open to the rules. How should we approach this, and how can we encourage every student to listen and remain true to themselves? That's the question.
Okay. So the question is that I cannot see the question here. So
I will
yeah.
just
Uh-huh.
put it on the chat box again here.
Please.
That's the
Okay.
question.
Uh-huh.
Now you can see, hopefully.
Yeah, on slide 15. Yeah, yeah. Now, okay. So, yes, if we set clear discussion rules, of course, what if the rules being implemented are not applicable to every student because they have different nationalities? Yeah, if we speak about a multicultural classroom, if if the classroom consists of students from different backgrounds, from different cultures, then our approach is not the same as we as it is in the classroom where there are students from the same background, from the same culture. So, in that case, of course, the learners or students will feel shy and the question, uh-huh, will feel shy, or maybe they will not voice their opinions. They will fear disagreement, or even they will fear that their opinions could be judged. So that is why setting rules is very important before the discussing any issue or before delivering the task. If the teacher, if the sets a clear rule, so don't judge, just try to be respectful. So if the students, learners see these rules beforehand, I think that they will approach uh, differently. Maybe even they will listen because there are rules. They know that if there are rules, they should follow that. And, maybe at the beginning, there could be some problems. But after some time, when they see different voices, when they begin to think critically, then it will help them to listen to each other and respect each other. And next question.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. That was really fruitful response. So, if I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry, Nguyen. I'm so sorry.
Uh-huh.
So, there are two questions. In your
Uh-huh.
experience, what's the most effective way to integrate global citizenship into everyday language lessons without overloading the curriculum? That's the first question. And the second one
Okay.
is, how can teachers create a safe space when discussing sensitive cultural or global topics?
Okay.
And that's what I wonder as well.
Interesting questions. Yeah, interesting question. The first question, thank you. Where's the first question is just a moment. I can. So, the first question is that how into everyday language lessons without overloading the curriculum. Yeah, we can do it like that. I think that one of the most effective ways to integrate global citizenship into everyday language lesson is to even we can do it in our reading or through stories, through reading different stories from different cultures, foreign literature, and when the learners read and those foreign stories, of course, it will help them to approach differently and to understand that culture through literature, through stories. And these stories, of course, we give stories during the reading class, and which means that it will not overload the curriculum. So it means that we can fight that through reading, even through listening. So when students listen to something in a foreign language, or they can listen to websites, or they can watch some news, or in order to, at the same time, they will enhance their listening skills. At the same time, they will be informed about that issue. And when from different websites, from foreign countries even. So they will improve their language skills through listening. At the same time, they will be aware of that issue from foreign countries. So it means that without overloading the curriculum, they can integrate global citizenship into everyday language lessons. And the second question, how can teachers create a safe space when discussing sensitive or global topics? So first, of course, if we see that teachers, when we discuss sensitive cultural or global topics, first we should be very sensitive to topic. First, when we choose a topic, we should be very careful, and we should take into account our learners' background, our learners' maybe culture, if they are especially if they are from different cultures. So we should be very careful while choosing that topic. When we, after that, if we choose the topic very carefully, I think that we can create a safe space.
Okay, Nurlana, that was a great answer, I think. Thank you so much. So we will receive our last question, unfortunately, because
Okay.
we're just running out of time. So the last question will be from Roxane. I'm sorry if I mispronounce. So I think she says, aside from school environment, do you think that the home environment of children could greatly affect their perspective to others, especially in this world full of diversity? And I will just paste
Okay.
the question here, if you
Okay.
can see.
Yeah, I can see. I can see. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Gillian. So, yeah, aside from school environment, I think that home environment of children, of course, affect their perspective to others, especially in today's world, because as they are grown up by their if you know that before schools, their parents educate them, their parents bring up them, so their that environment at home will affect their perspective. But you know that home environment is not the only factor that can influence their attitude. So school environment plays a great role because of their peers, because of their teachers. And they spend more time at school, and peer pressure here plays a great role. So home, yeah, you're right that home environment could affect their perspective to others, but as you know, environment surroundings also play a great role in forming our opinions or shaping our opinions. So school environment plays greater role in this issue.
All right. Thank you so much, Nurlana. That was our last question. And
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us today. And a special thanks to our esteemed presenter for her inspiring presentation. That was really wonderful. So we trust you've gathered in valuable insights and practical ideas to turn your classroom into a space where language learning meets global awareness, empathy, and meaningful action. Thank you. And before we say goodbye, we would like you to help us enhance your experience. So please take a moment to complete the post webinar survey, which will pop up after you leave this webinar. So I'll just repeat that. Help us enhance your experience. Please take a moment to complete the post webinar survey, which will pop up after you leave this seminar. So download instructions for your certificate will be sent to all webinar participants within 1 day after you finish the survey. Let's look ahead to our next exciting webinar. Set a reminder for Friday, 17 April 2026 at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Vietnam time. We'll be diving into another engaging webinar with Barnaby Griffiths, I think, or Barnaby Griffiths, sorry, a teacher trainer and consultant from the UK on a very special topic on language and communication coaching, practical routines for real world impact. Stay tuned for detailed information and registration updates on our EduVerse platform and media and in our newsletters, of course. And don't forget to join us on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram for more updates and practical teaching ideas. And before you go, don't forget to download EduVerse Newsletter 25, our New Year edition, summarizing the first quarter of the 21st century of evolution in education, packed with valuable reflections and hopes for the future of education, together with practical ideas for your classroom. Please find all the information on our website, proed.com.vn/eduverse, totally free. Finally, we truly appreciate your active participation and look forward to reconnecting with you at all events, at all upcoming events. Keep that flame of learning alive, and until we meet again, take care and stay curious. Thank you, and have a fantastic weekend.